The devastation Beirut endured this week, of course, pales in comparison with that which was wrought upon Hiroshima in 1945. Thursday marked 75 years since the United States carried out the world's first nuclear attack, which killed more than 100,000 people. Services in Japan and around the world honoured the lost and highlighted the danger nuclear weapons pose. Pope Francis describes their existence as, quote, a crime not only against the dignity of human beings, but against any possible future for our common home. Reporter Anna Rawlings looks back at the fateful day 75 years ago and the fight to rid the world of these weapons of unfathomable destruction.
By mid-1945, Europe had been liberated, but the mass death and destruction in the Pacific continued.
If the Japanese insist on continuing resistance beyond the point of reason, their country will suffer the same destruction as Germany.
Soon after the president's speech, a team of 12 were given orders to obliterate Hiroshima.
They briefed us that we were going to go out and drop the atomic bomb and everything of that type, and go get some sleep. We obviously didn't sleep.
The ironically named Little Boy, the most powerful weapon the world had seen, was dropped on one of Japan's most populous cities. The blast, fires and radiation would kill between 100 to 250,000 people.
If you look down to the city of Hiroshima, it just looked like a pot of boiling oil.
The Daily Express called it the bomb that has changed the world. The monster, according to the Daily Mirror. Around the world, expressions of shock and deep concern over the new era which the Hiroshima attack heralded.
All of you who see this picture can judge for yourselves the extent of the menace to civilization of this new weapon.
Between 39 to 80,000 were killed in a follow-up nuclear attack on Nagasaki. Weeks later, Japan agreed to a full surrender.
And the news triggered the greatest celebration the nation has ever known.
Japan stops each year to remember the moment the nation forever changed. Isao Morimoto's mother survived the blast, which killed all her school friends.
It's just that whatever the reason it might be, it is not okay to use this weapon.
It's estimated there are around 14,000 nuclear weapons in existence today, owned by the United States, United Kingdom, Russia, France, India, Pakistan, China, North Korea and Israel.
So long as these weapons exist, there's a very real risk that they'll be used again.
The international campaign to abolish nuclear weapons helped create the first treaty in 2017, making nuclear weapons illegal. 40 nations have ratified the deal. It needs 50 signatories for it to be internationally binding. However, no nuclear-armed nation has signed, nor has Australia.
Every country's security is undermined by the existence of these weapons anywhere in the world, and it shouldn't be too difficult for Australia to adopt a clear, principled position against nuclear weapons.
The New START treaty between the US and Russia to cap the amount of nuclear weapons expires next year. US President Trump has suggested he won't extend it. And there's concern increasing tensions between the US, Russia and China increases the likelihood of another nuclear attack.
And we have to start insisting that our political leaders recognize the problem, deal with one another on it, and start putting back the norms, the treaties, and the agreements that were in place to keep reducing nuclear weapons and eventually eliminating them.
There are very key threat to our life, and it is best that we actually address these issues before it actually hit us.